Hi, my name is Dr. Savita. I am a second year resident at Lincoln Medical Center, and I'm so excited to be here at the ACC 2016. And super excited to have Dr. Sandra Lewis here with me from the Northwest Cardiovascular Institute. Dr. Sandra Lewis, amazing having you here.
Oh, Savita, I am so glad to meet you because you are the future fit. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful woman in cardiology career ahead of you.
I hope so too. So what is it about the ACC 16 that's so exciting? What is different?
Well, we've had a wonderful ACC 16 for the women in cardiology. We've had several sessions. We've had a couple of posters. Our poster on the Professional Life Survey, which is our third 10-year survey, was presented yesterday, and one of our fellows actually came up with an idea for a pregnancy survey. We've got a poster of that. We've had a session on negotiation. We're going to have a session coming up later this afternoon on the luminaries in cardiology. We also have had some very special functions here in the lounge. We're standing right now in the Women in Cardiology Lounge. Today at noon we had a session on how to come into the 21st century, i.e. How to use Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and some of those things that women of my generation find a little bit imposing. We've learned about MACRA and an interest in women in leadership, learning on how to be leaders in their hospital systems and in their groups as we change the delivery model of care. So really across the whole perspective of what we're doing in cardiology has been very much part of what we're doing as women in cardiology.
Sounds like there's a lot happening here. So tell us a little bit more about MACRA.
Okay. Well, MACRA is what the government it's actually a 300-page document that replaced the sustainable growth rate. So when Medicare was the Medicare law that we've been fighting for the last 10 years said that every year we were at risk of somewhere between 10 and 20% reduction in our Medicare reimbursement. That plus the CHIP, the Children's Health Initiative, were actually removed last year. In place of it is something called MACRA. Okay. And the MACRA actually will replace our Medicare payments over the next couple of years with a system that is either going to have MIPS, which are the PQRS quality indicators, meaningful use, practice improvement, and the value-based modifier, or accountable care organizations, or some blending of those to have your payments actually move from being fee-for-service type payments into a blended type of payment that will be paid for quality.
Okay. Moving on to another topic, any words of advice for early beginners in cardiovascular medicine?
I think that we are in the most wonderful field in the world, and there are opportunities for you to take leadership roles in anything that you see that interests you. I think if I had one word of advice, it would be to focus. Early on, to say yes, to not be afraid to ask for mentors, but to make sure that you don't say yes to something that isn't really where your passion is.
Okay. What's golden words of advice? And another question before we end, what would you want to say to women in cardiovascular medicine, especially to fellows in training, how they can balance their work and personal life?
So I think you really have to define what you want. They ask, can I have everything? Is it possible to have everything? I would then ask you, what is everything for you? And set your goals and make sure that you are finding the balance that works for you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lewis. It is wonderful having you.